Hi guys, how are you? Hope you are doing good. Hope you are great. Hope you are blessed. Hope you are healthy. So welcome back for those who are always following my videos, and if it is your first time coming across my video, welcome. My name is Oscar. Feel at home and enjoy these great videos. So guys, today I want us to talk about this video that has really got me amazed about Mia Montly standing firm and exposing Jamaican leaders who are doing nothing, and they're just there sitting in the power and doing nothing for the citizens. She has gone, yes, she has come out and spoke fluently and firmly, exposing them, those who just sit there and do nothing in their seats. The leaders who are elected and are just there like flowers, they're just there doing nothing and earning salaries. Watch this video till the end. Hope you enjoy. I'll be back with more. Thank you.
The time, who sees us and who hears us? We continue to be confronted by problems of blacklisting, which pale into insignificance when compared to climate change, but which destroy our financial sector. The illicit flow of weapons, such that the ease with which people can go into public spaces and shoot and kill others is now regarded as just another item on the news because we promote profit in the manufacture and trade of guns and weapons, of non-communicable diseases that strike down our people in the most insidious of ways because we allow diets that promote the prosperity of a few multinational corporations to become the norm of the day with the food that we eat and the lives that we live. And in the case within our own community, Belize and Guyana continue to face challenges to their territorial integrity. I suppose people feel that because we have talked so long about Belize and Guyana and Cuba, that we can continue to talk about climate change and these other things, and that it is okay for it to be another tick on a UN General Assembly speech. These are all threats to our stability, to the people's stability in our lands. But you know, since last we met, there are other instances and circumstances, not of our making, that may yet destabilize us. And we say it over and over, but we ask who is listening. And you know, we don't come with tales of woe only. The Caribbean has produced excellence. It really has. Nobel laureates, sportsmen who have excelled and are the best in the world of their type, artists, the best in the world of their type, leaders who have inspired previous generations and current generations. We don't come here as a proud people asking for handouts. We don't want and will not be mendicant. What we want, no, what we need is fiscal and policy space. Fiscal and policy space to achieve sustainable development, to be nimble, to adapt, and to innovate in ways that allow us to be true and faithful to the task of bringing prosperity to our people, or as in the theme of this General Assembly, to eradicate poverty, to educate our people, to include all such that there's not some outside and some inside. We want an international order equally that recognizes that there must be different policy prescriptions to suit the circumstances that we all have. And we can still be friends, small and large, north and south, Christian, Hindu, Muslim. all different races, all genders. An equitable and just international order that is truly built on the principles of justice and fairness for all and not just for some. A United Nations that recognizes that as 74 years old, we must be able to have difficult conversations as mature people and solve them. Many in the developing world were persuaded or required to abandon policies that were designed for the majority of our population to be transformed. And those policies were fashioned to adopt a consensus that was settled in Washington, D.C. and named thereafter. And that ultimately, regrettably, was about the consolidation of wealth in the hands of a very few. And that's why we have seen the growing inequality that we have seen in the world over the last few decades. That is why too many people over the world have become cynical about governments and about the benefits that they can bring to them. The fueling of the greed of a few threatens to undermine what little gains we have made since independence. And we judge ourselves harshly because independence is a recent phenomenon for us. Others who have taken 150 years to get where they have gotten are still stumbling and falling. And you want to judge those who have had less than 50 or 60 years to operate in a world that has not been made in their image and that does not reflect their interests. This is the fate, my friends, of simply too many. And Mr. President, despite our small sizes, the 14 countries of the Caribbean community have been able to play leadership roles of international import. I can't stand here today without talking about St. Vincent and the Grenadines, that has become the smallest nation of the world ever to be elected to the Security Council to sit on it. We are proud of them. In addition, and I want to speak to this, because when CARICOM was confronted with the unfolding situation in Venezuela, I accompanied the then chairman of CARICOM, the Prime Minister of St. Kitts and Nevis, as well as the Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago, to meet in this building with the UN Secretary General in January of this year. And we met with many delegations, and some said we were wasting our time, and some said the time for talk was already over. And we said then, as we say almost 9 months later, the time for dialogue, the time for talk, my friends, can never be over in a world that wants peace and prosperity. We don't take sides, but what we know is that you cannot propel war over dialogue. The people of Venezuela must be allowed to decide their own future in accordance with the principles of the United Nations Charter. Principles of non-intervention, non-interference, prohibition of the threat or use of force, respect for the rule of law, human rights, and democracy. It is regrettable that other multilateral organizations have not followed their own charters. And that is what makes the actions of our Secretary General of the UN more laudable, for refusing to breach his own charter and take actions even though member states have hurled into the recognition of those unelected. Our Caribbean Sea must remain a zone of peace, and for that we shall fight. Mr. President, I speak plainly and without fear, because from independence, Barbados' foreign policy has been premised on the simple principle of friends of all, satellites of none. Barbados, therefore, has always remained and will remain proud.
Welcome back, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please, if you have a comment, you can just feel free and comment, and let's link up on the comment section. So guys, At my point of view, this issue of leaders being elected and do nothing, it is pulling back many countries in the world. Not only in Jamaica, even in some state of in some countries, African countries, this is the issues that people are crying a lot. There are many people, the ministers, the members in the parliament, many people that are elected to represent the citizens and work for them, but only they go there and relax. They go there and reach there and just focus on their bellies, their homes, their apartments, their clothes, good lifestyles. They forget where the people and the citizens came from, the way the citizens suffer, the way the people have poor roads, the way the humble citizens from humble backgrounds, they can't even access good health, good education, good lifestyle because of lack of jobs. They forget all this, and this is really bad. This is really sad. So I was amazed and happy for Mia Montly when she came out and spoke among her mind about these leaders. For me, I am always wishing for good governance. Hmm? I always advocate for good governance, not only in my country, but in every African country. Jamaica is a well-developed country. Many people work hard there. So it's a good thing that the government and the leadership should not fail the citizens, because the citizens really work hard to make Jamaica a great nation and developed. So even in African countries, we should learn from Jamaicans and other Caribbean countries. I would like them to learn from Jamaica. Jamaica is developed. Jamaica is good infrastructure, and so even though the leaders have failed, Jamaicans are always up on their feet to keep the nation up. So leaders, you really fail us a lot, and I don't know what could be taken, what measure could be taken so that these leaders, when they get elected and get their seats, they don't forget that they are chosen and elected to serve the citizens. We need the leaders who can go back to their seats, sit down and see these citizens need good roads, infrastructure, good life, good medication, good system. I don't know these leaders when and how we can get them, because leaders, when they want votes, when they want to be elected, they come very nice. They insist, oh, I'll be a great impact to your community, to your area, to the nation, to your, it is to your word. It is just sad. Only when they get there, they focus on their bellies, they focus on good health, on their families. They take their families in big schools abroad, while the education system in their nation, in their countries, are failing. When they feel sick or they feel unhealthy, they take their choppers and go abroad, while the health system in their country and their areas, it is failing. People are dying because of lack of medicines, while the leaders are given the finances and the appropriate resources to serve people the people of the citizens. This is really bad, and we need to stand up. Like the Mia Montly has stood up for the citizen. He has exposed them. I need the government also need to come with a system where you are being monitored as a leader or a politician. If you are not working as it is supposed, you are given a duration, you are sent home, because people have really relaxed. These politicians, these leaders have really relaxed. They have relaxed. When they get income, they relax and forget that their duty is to serve the citizen, is to serve the nation, is to serve the country. So for me, I think that we need to start from the top. These people need to be monitored from the top. They should be monitored, their work schedule, the things they have delivered to the people, and given period of time. If it is a period of 1 year, no change, no development, go home. With this, I promise, in every African countries, when this is set to be in law, leaders and elected people shall wake up from their sleep. They shall wake up from their slumber. They shall serve the people. I promise. Uh, that was my view. That was my comment. So if you have any view or comment, don't hesitate. Feel at home. Let me see your views on the comment section. Let us link up. Uh, Please show support. Don't forget to subscribe. Hit the subscribe button and stay tuned for the next video. Thank you for always coming to watch my video. See you on the next video. Bye bye. God be with you.